I can't believe we're on the TV now. Yeah, buddy, you can't believe we're on the TV.
This is gonna fucking implode in full motion.
The Infected Campaign for Life is brought to you by Johnson & Johnson Reach Dento Tape. It's better than dental floss.
There, Timmy. Just lean your head back and open your mouth and let me get to work with this Johnson & Johnson Dento Tape.
Okay, doctor.
Oh, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a man who believes strongly in the power of Dento Tape. You have a wonderful palate, Timmy. Hold still. That's right. Yes. There. All done with the top row.
Why are we in a van behind the Hardys?
I don't know, Timmy. Why are we in a van?
I don't know.
Any more questions?
Why are you wearing a horse mask and a black robe?
Open up now, Timmy. We've got to do the bottom row.
Johnson & Johnson Reach Dento Tape. It's better than dental floss.
Infected.
Hello and welcome to Infected, the beacon of light at the end of the long, dark tunnel of digital culture. A glowing orb that tends to attract moths and other winged insects, many of which carry fairly dangerous strains of bacteria. I'm Internet's Martin Sargetn. So right off the bat here, you guys at home, you notice anything different, a little out of the ordinary about tonight's show? Anyone? Any of you out there? Perhaps one of our longtime regular viewers, Nation, Klitzy, any of you guys? Black Fox, Cow God? No? You got it? You give up? Well, the difference is I have a new sweater. And I trust you'll all agree it's rather fetching. It's slimming. I got it down by the pier out of a grocery cart of a passed-out, rum-drunk drifter type. It smells of urine and the sea. It's kind of musky. Cats follow me as I roam the streets at night. But there is, of course, another difference besides my fine new garment. That's right. Infected is now in full motion video. Yeah, just like they've been doing on real television for the better part of 16 years. Check it out. Look. See? I'm moving. Hello, future, you hot, wanton bitch. Lick my ball bag. We're here. Now, even though the delivery method of our finely crafted broadcast about the rashes and weeping sores of digital culture has changed, the fine people doing the delivering have not. I give you Joey and the Gator. What's up, Gator? Joey? Welcome to tomorrow. Full motion video.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man.
What do you think, Gator? You gonna be all right with this, man?
I kind of like the other way better.
You all right? I mean, is this gonna be cool? This is a moving picture now.
Kind of makes me a little nervous. I don't know if you can tell.
It's understandable. I mean, I am, of course, a seasoned television veteran, and Joey is to a far lesser degree. But this is your first time being captured by a moving picture machine, is it not?
Yeah, I don't know quite where to look.
Just look into that camera right there, buddy.
Right there, buddy?
Look right into that camera right there. That one right there.
All right, I'm all relaxed. I'm on it.
You're going to be all right? You're going to be able to stand up to the brute pressure of always being on when the camera's rolling?
Joey, just go get me another whiskey.
You're going to be all right?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
And even after we stopped rolling, you got to be able to handle the flame of fame that's surely going to go along with being a featured player on a highly regarded internet broadcast. You think you can handle that?
I think I'll do all right with that.
I don't think you're going to be able to handle that at all.
Why not, buddy?
Because you're going to end up like that dude, like that was that dude, Tom Sizemore. You know him? You're going to be like living up in a garage in Van Nuys, like freebasing meth with like street urchins or something like that.
I do that already.
Yeah, and actually, it might be an improvement for you. You know,
I can get out of my truck.
Yeah. You all right with this, man?
I'm more relaxed.
You seem a little rigid.
I'm a little tense, man. I don't know where to put my hands or nothing. I'm not used to this, all right? We didn't used to do it like this.
All right,
we just sat there and talked, you know, all right?
Yeah, long-time viewers of the show know that we used to do sort of a slide format, and maybe this will be the last time we ever do full motion video if it continues to go such as this.
If I'd known we were going to do this tonight, I would have worn like a better set of clothes or something, put on my suit, maybe one of my sweaters or something. Yeah, you got your fancy sweater on. I come in here with my goddamn coaches
I got it by the seaside
shirt on. I've been down at Little League. Down at the field, watching them field hockey practices all afternoon. I didn't figure we were going to be up here on cameras or nothing. I thought we'd just sit around the table like we normally do.
You're in the groove of it, though. You're
I'll
really
be
sort
all
of
right.
easing into it.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Well, by the way, what
How come Joey don't got to be out here in front of the camera?
Joey's in back of the. He's running the controls. Joey, there he is.
Joey.
There he is. You see that filthy little thumb there? God knows where that thing's
filthy
been.
little.
God knows where that's been too.
Joey, that little claw, little manicured claw.
Gator, okay, before we get going here, what about that website I got you for Christmas? You know, the one I got you from GoDaddy.com, MeetTheGator.com. I spent like $6.95.
They call me Gator.
They call me Gator.com. That's what it was.
That's what it is.
It ain't up, man.
Why not?
I spent because you haven't put anything up there. I spent $6.95 on that thing.
Well, I thought it just went up like that.
No, you got to put stuff up there.
Well, if anybody out there wants to help Gator put up his website, now you come on, you help me out here because I don't know. I clearly don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Clearly not.
They call me Gator is what it's called, but I guess there ain't nothing up there yet. So,
but it will be up there hopefully by the time this airs. So why don't you go check it out now? Maybe Joey, you're good with that kind of thing.
Or if
something up
if
there,
it ain't, give me a call and we'll put it up. We'll put something up. I want to get like a little thing where I can write some stories because I write a lot in my truck. But if I write some stuff out,
You're like the bard of the highway. You do write.
Well, I got stories. I just want to tell those stories about what I do day to day. Now, I get myself in some interesting predicaments sometimes. Like last weekend, I was in the bathroom of a Sunoco station down there off I-91.
Sure.
And all kinds of crazy shit was just going on all around me. But I'd come on, write it down on my notepad. You know, I'm gonna make me a book about Gator's life later on. But if I could just put it up there on that website every day, everybody be, whoa, geez, I'm going to knock some
Don't
shit.
break the antiques.
Now, if I put it down on my website, then everybody just know what the Gator was up to.
And everyone really cares deeply about that.
Well,
I guarantee you.
I think they would.
I think they would, too, because you have a story to tell.
I have
and a point of view. Hey, if you want to get your own website, go to GoDaddy.com. You can take advantage of all those really fine web hosting stuff they offer up there. And we got a discount for you when you go make your purchase. Just enter the promo code Joey.
That's Joey.
You're right, Joey. That's Joey. You're going to get big discounts, great savings. It's like the Walmart of web hosting if you use promo code Joey.
GoDaddy.com.
There you go.
They're good folks over there, aren't there? They're good folks that run that GoDaddy.
They're fine people, great Americans.
I think I talked to one on the phone the other day.
Hey, anyone still watching out there? This is our first video edition. It's a little different now.
Well, pretty voice.
You 4 or 5 of you regular viewers know, whenever the good ship Infected sets sail on another voyage across the pond scum of internet culture, it carries in its cargo hold not only a great deal of contraband, but also a theme. That's right. So I asked Gator what he thought the theme of our first video Infected should be for our first voyage of the new year. And Gator,
I said death.
Yeah, death. That's his suggestion.
I've been thinking a lot about it lately.
He sends it to me. He's on the email sometimes. He goes to the public library. Capital letters. Death.
D-E-A-T-H.
What's the matter with you, man?
Well, 2007, finally, when it dawned on me that ball dropped in the Times Square, and I'm sitting there, and I'm supposed to be celebrating, and all that confetti's going off around me, and everybody's yelling, and I'm watching it on the TV. All right, I'm at a little get together down at the at the Denny's, and the Times Square ball goes down on the little TV we're watching, and I wasn't happy, man, because I realized I realized about my mortality. And I thought about death.
Everybody's been dying. Now? You don't feel your mortality every morning when you wake up and you're coughing up blood?
I think when Gerald Ford died.
Urine stained. Oh, that was what it took? Gerald Ford? A lot of people died towards the end of the year.
That's Saddam Hussein.
So, he didn't really die. Do a search on that one, people. Show about the internet. Do a Google search on the conspiracy of Saddam Hussein's death. Didn't happen. But death? I mean, there's a lot of people. James Brown, supposedly. Did you see Michael Jackson kiss James Brown? That's disgusting.
I thought you meant Gerald Ford didn't die.
I don't think he's dead either. Gerald Ford is out. He's like playing golf.
I don't think James Brown died
with Hussein right now.
Gerald Ford, James Brown, and Hussein. I think I saw.
They say that like when people die, like celebrities, they die in packs of 3 like that. Like those are the 3. You ever think about I'm not really that big of a celebrity anymore. Well, who's going to be like when I finally kick the bucket next 2 or 3 weeks? Who's going to be the 2 others in my triumvirate? It's probably going to be like really shitty celebrities. It's going to be like Screech and like the bitch who played Krause on Benson or something like that.
It'll be better than that. It'll be like me and Joey.
That would be fine. But if I wake up tomorrow and I read that the bitch who played Krause on Benson died, I'm going to be freaked the fuck out, man.
That reminds me, I got tickets to drive some ultralights next weekend. You want to go with me?
Why not, man? I really got nothing going on.
I do that when I go
Going
up.
on.
It's great if you go up there and you just go up, and when you're at the top, you do some whippets or something.
You're talking about the plane ultralights.
Yeah, you fly them up in the air, fly around. It's good fun.
You know, I don't want to do a show about death, though. I think that's a terrible thing.
Well, what do you want to do a show about?
I say that we turn that frown upside down. I mean, it's a new year, right? I say we do tonight's show about life. How about that? Let's turn it around. We'll call it the Infected Campaign for Life 07.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty catchy, right? Kind of sounds like an anti-abortion rally, doesn't it? But it is catchy. So this show will be all about how we can live life to its fullest in the new year. Does that sound good to you, Gator?
I like the sound of that.
I like it too. You know, speaking of anti-abortion rallies and death and the promise of eternal life, did you read what the Reverend Pat Robertson said the other day? You didn't read this? Well, you know what Pat Robertson is, right?
Yeah.
Good man.
Fucker owes me
Wise
$37.
man. Does he? You know, really level-headed kind of a guy. So you can always trust what this guy's saying. He's not full of the same bluster as those other televangelists, you know?
He's the one that's always blaming them hurricanes and shit on God.
Yeah, exactly. He's saying that God is out to
sodomites
get
down
people.
in New Orleans.
That's right.
That's why they brought that Katrina down. Yeah,
That's the guy. He's the host of 700
guy.
Club. You know this fucker. Anyway, so Robertson the other day, and he does this kind of thing every year around this time. It's kind of a fun tradition to look forward to around the new year, kind of like, you know, waking up in your own sick behind a Red Lobster dumpster on New Year's Day like I usually do. Robertson has predicted that there will be, quote, mass killing in 2007 as a result of a terrorist attack around September time. You know how he knows that?
I don't know. What the law of probability or what?
No. God
told him, right?
God told him.
Right.
He talks to God. On the 700 Club, this bastard says, I TiVo the 700 Club, by the way. He said, the Lord didn't say nuclear, but I do believe it will be something like that. Something like that. Millions of people, he's saying, are going to get fucked up, but he doesn't know the details. There's going to be something like that.
One time I was asleep in a hotel room, like, it was like a Red Roof Inn. I was driving my truck, and I had a few in me, and I fell asleep, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I thought God was talking to me. It was saying something about buying a samurai sword or some shit. And I was like, God?
It wasn't just some Thai horse.
No, it was just a shopping channel that I left on the TV. But you never know, man. God works in mysterious ways.
I know he does. I for one, I'm terrified about this. I mean, this Robertson guy, he's almost always right about his predictions. I mean, you remember last year? I don't know if you read the papers, but last year, this motherfucker said a tsunami would devastate our coastlines.
No, he did. He said that after.
He said that, no.
Did he?
Said our coastlines. He said a tsunami. Well, it didn't happen. But he claims he was sort of right because there was some pretty bad flooding in the Northeast. You know, a lot of sun pumps come.
What about that tsunami that hit over there?
That's not what he's talking about. It was after that. He said it was going to happen right here.
All right.
You know, the only thing I have, like, boxes of summer clothes were ruined. This was some flooding. That's good enough for me.
He needs to come up with some new. Everything he comes to be like tsunami.
Death and destruction.
It'll be like if there's a big
biblical stuff.
Yeah, and it's like if there's a big volcano goes off somewhere in the world, next thing he'll come up and be like a volcano is going to strike. You know, he never comes up with anything original.
Yellowstone's got a huge supervolcano underneath it. You know about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Robertson will probably call that one too. Anyway, you ever see Pat Robertson? You know, he's a real dynamo. He can bench, leg press 1,000 pounds. You ever see him do it? We got a video of it right here. Now he sells this like vitamin shake mix. Check this out. He's bench pressing or he's leg pressing 1,000 pounds. This guy's like 79 years old. He's leg pressing 1,000 pounds. I couldn't do a 10th. You know, also the world record for this, I believe, is 600 pounds by a Navy SEAL who popped a blood vessel when he was doing it. But Robertson can do it thanks to the help of God and his drink shake. Look at him. Look how fierce you are. So strong, Robertson.
Which is it, God or the drink shake that does it?
I think it's a little bit of both. But, you know, he looks all fierce in that, leg pressing 1,000 pounds, and he looks so strong. But take a look at a few years back when he's on a break, in between commercial break of Larry King Live.
Yeah.
Now let's go witness the wrath of God. Let's see if he can lift 1,000 pounds right here. The cameras are still rolling, but he doesn't realize it. Watch what this ass fuck says.
Nation under God. I can't see how anybody said that was hateful. I don't know where he's coming from, but there's something there that is not just on the surface, I think, because I didn't say the things he said I did.
We'll be right back with Pat Robertson and Lynn Martin and more of your phone calls on Larry King Live, then Tina Sinatra. Don't go away.
you're answering the questions. You can talk about anything you want to. Yeah.
What's that?
Did you get a good question?
No.
This last one is.
The last one, I didn't get
I
it.
said, who in the heck is screening these calls? I've had one person call him a bigot. I've had another person call him a zealot. Let's get some balance out there. For the last one.
It's too late. The last one's okay, but the first three were all homosexual.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had this before.
You can answer the question any way you choose to.
I hear you.
All right? Remember, so take it where you want it to go. Take it where you want it to go. I don't like the producer of this segment.
Well, they were trying to set me up.
That's what they told me. And that's what the Harris people told me.
Did they accomplish it, or have I come back on it?
Yeah, see, he blames it all on the homos, him getting set up on there.
Well, you know,
Which is, there's your liberal media bias right there.
I blame it on the drink shake. But you put enough peach schnapps in the drink shake and you start talking to God a little bit too.
I don't know. I don't know why I got on this
I don't know
this
either,
Pat
man.
Robertson
Pat
thing.
Robertson.
I know it's a show about the internet, but if this disaster does happen and there is nuclear Armageddon, well, guess what? My internet connection's not going to work, so I got to pay heed to this kind of thing. But just remember out there, infected army, next time Robertson tries to scare you with his hate mongering, here's what he's really feeling inside. Take a look at this.
But it really gets rid of the toxins.
Well, it's not only toxins, but you dry out. You dry this heat,
Yeah.
the heat in the building and the air.
Yeah, he's giving you a big fuck you, America. Don't give that guy any money. He's evil. All right? That's my little thing about Pat Robertson.
Well,
Does that make any sense
Not
whatsoever?
really,
You probably grew up in a church like that, though.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that little bit about Pat Robertson.
A little back and forth about Pat Robertson.
Well,
bothers me.
I grew up, I was Episcopalian, man. We were like...
Really? That's kind of a blue blood religion. You're Episcopalian?
Yeah, well, my mama was. She never went to church. My dad, we just drank a lot. Like, that's what we did. And, everybody...
I went to church with my parents over Christmas, and they came to give me the communion, and I just grabbed that chalice, and I had going like this, like trying to do a big swig, and the guy's fighting it. I wanted to drink so bad, and the altar went, oh!
I run it down your face.
It was awful, man. And he got all pissed off because I took out some brie and put it on the host. Shit.
That's the blood. That's
Sorry, Mom and Dad.
That's the flesh of Christ right there.
Anyway,
man, we got way off track.
We're catching our groove here. This is our first video episode, so bear with us.
I don't know, man. I need to get.
You think it's all right? Maybe you're not drinking. Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe I should.
Anyway, it's clear to me that Robertson is not the guy to lead us in the Infected Campaign for Life 07. But I have, Gator, been scouring the internet looking for other potential messiahs, and we're going to introduce you to them and choose one right after this word from our sponsor. We're going to pick a messiah, boy. You all right?
The Infected Campaign for Life is brought to you by Johnson & Johnson Reach Dento Tape. It's better than dental floss. And now a word from our celebrity spokesperson, Mr. Mike Tyson.
Hello, I'm Mike Tyson. I have to say, I'm just in love with this new J&J Dento Tape. It really and truly is much better than traditional dental floss. In fact, don't tell anyone, but sometimes I take it out with me when I go to restaurants and clubs. And when no one is paying attention, I slip off into the men's room and I just floss and floss and floss. I'm a huge fan, and you will be too. This is Mike Tyson saying, don't forget to floss with Johnson & Johnson New Reach Dento Tape. I even use it in my rape room.
Johnson & Johnson Reach Dento Tape. It's better than dental floss.
Affected.
Infected.
Hey, welcome back to the Infected Campaign for Life 07. Are you feeling it?
I'm feeling it.
You feeling it out there? Is life coursing through your veins right now?
I feel a little more relaxed now.
You're looking a little better.
That was rough, man. I don't know if I like this whole video thing, but I think I could get into it a little bit if we just, we go with it.
You never whip out a video camera with a broad and in a motel room or anything like that? You never tried that?
No, I used to do that with like a little Fisher Price Super 8 cam I used to have, but
take it in the bathtub with you.
They took that away when I was incarcerated one time. We don't need to get into all that, but that's I was a little gun shy at first, but I feel like I can get into this a little bit. We just need to stick with it, stay at it, all right.
So here's what we're going to do.
Life.
Here, we're talking about life. We're talking about the Infected Campaign for Life 07. So What we need is a Messiah, somebody to lead us. And I'm very willing to be your savior, your Messiah, as I have been for years in this Infected Campaign for Life 07. But at the same time, I'm not very trustworthy. I sleep late, I drink, I'm often confused. So I thought what we should do is pick ourselves a fresh Messiah for the year. You know, like a real go-getter. You know, someone who we know for sure can really get the job done. What do you think?
What about Joey's hair?
Joey? No, that's terrible. I don't want to follow that anywhere.
It moves too quick.
I've been scouring the internet, and I've come up with 3 strong candidates, all of whom happen to be children. I think that's important in 07. Youth is important.
Yep.
All right? So, Joey, can you pump up some Messiah-choosing music, please? Yeah. All right, thank you, Joey. That's good. Good one. All right, here's our first candidate. Our first candidate tonight is Navratan Harsh. He's from Bikaner in India's northwestern Rajasthan province. Now, Navratan caught my eye.
It's pretty country.
It's beautiful country up there.
I was there in the 70s for about 6 months.
What were you doing there in the 70s?
Well, I was trying to get to that Goa place and just party, hang out.
Wait, like with George Harrison?
Just take your shirt off, let back, just ease back a little bit.
Those people over there, fuck.
It's a different pace of life, man. It is. That's a Kama Sutra.
They got going on over there.
That's where I learned to fuck.
From the Kama Sutra?
In India. Lord, boy.
I figured
fuck on the airplane when
you're in the window of your uncle's trailer or something like that is where you learned to do it.
I learned a piece of that myself. Fair piece.
Anyway, here's our first guy. This is our first potential Messiah. And why is he a potential? Because Navratan, he just loves lizards. And not just any old lizards, he loves poisonous lizards. What he does is he rushes home from school and drapes them all over his body, even filling his mouth with them. Joey, call up that video of Navratan and his lizards.
That little scamp, he's a good
Pretty
kid.
amazing, huh? See, doctors, they just can't figure this kid out because they're astounded that despite being bitten by his scaly friends many, many times, he seems unaffected by their poison.
I had a cousin like that. His name was Caleb, and he just, everywhere he'd go out in the swamps and get lizards and snakes and stuff and just sleep with them, put them all over him. He was like a little mystery child. Nobody knew what he was, but he did die. He ended up getting killed by one of them, I think it was a cottonmouth. Just bit him, found him like crib dead. He was just dead, deader than stone in there. We buried him out back, put his cinder block on there and marked it and everything, but he was a good kid, but nobody, maybe this kid's different, I don't know.
Well, congratulations, Navratan. You're our first candidate in the Infected Campaign for Life 07, Search for a Messiah. It kind of makes you realize, though, you read about a kid like this in India. We got a lot going for us here in America, I'll bet that kid would fucking trade all those lizards any day for an Xbox. In a heartbeat. You think he really enjoys putting those fucking lizards all over his body and his mouth and everything?
Seems like he did. It's his thing, man. You got to do what your thing is. That's the way it is, but who knows? You got to follow your little trumpet. That's Navratan's trumpet. Them lizards.
It never stopped you, has it?
No, man. You got to go out and find your thing and just do it.
Well,
that's what life's about, boy.
Let's continue trying to find our thing. Next up in our Messiah quest from Russia, it's a 10-year-old boy named Boris Kiparovich, an indigo child who from the age of 2 or 3 could regale listeners with facts about the galaxies he couldn't possibly have known, and of stories of how he once lived on Mars. You know what's even more exciting about this kid? He predicts a global Armageddon around 2009.
Back in Tallahassee, there was a kid just like that, real fat kid. He was like 300 pounds. He was an albino, and he just knew everything. Like you call him up and you'd be like, "Hey, we're thinking of going down to the, wherever you're going to go, the bowling alley." He'd be like, "Don't go. There's going to be a fire or something." And for sure as fuck, there'd be a fire at that bowling alley. He'd be like, "Shoney's is closed. Don't even bother." He just knew everything. I don't know whatever happened to him though. I think he's probably still down there. He never grew either. He just looked like he was about 12. I swear I went and saw him about 10 years later. He still looked the same. Like 12. Just fat, fatter than hell. He didn't eat nothing but me.
He's like that Andy Milanakis kid or something. An albino.
He didn't eat nothing but them pork rinds and Kool-Aid either.
Well, that'll do it right there.
He was a wise kid though. Everybody go get it. When should I get married? When should I do this? Everybody's like that.
Jesus, I could use that motherfucker right now. I got so many lingering questions. Anyway, you think the little Boris could be Infected Campaign for Life's 07 Messiah? Maybe, but we got one more candidate. Finally, from right here on American soil, Florida in fact, comes 15-year-old Alex Carmen, who found a bullet near a train track, brought it home, put it in a vise, and smashed it with a hammer, causing it to fire directly into his face. That's unbelievable wisdom there, Alex.
He was kidding to me. I knew him.
Now, this guy actually sounds like someone in your family.
I knew Alex Carmen. That wasn't his real name, though.
So what do you think? Do you think that Alex Carmen could be the infected Campaign for Life 07 Messiah?
Well, I don't know.
I'm going to throw that question out to you and Joey. What do you guys think? Do we go with the lizard boy, the Russian space boy, or the kid from Florida who shot himself in the face by hitting a bullet with a hammer? I'm going to throw that out to you guys. Who should lead us in 07?
Why don't we take a poll? Y'all write in and tell us who you think should be.
Why don't we leave it up to the people at home?
I'm gonna go
and then what we'll try to do is get whoever we choose as a guest on the program.
I'm going to go with the
I don't know how
lizard.
that's going to be possible. The one kid's probably dead with a bullet in his head. I hope not.
I'm gonna
The
go
other kid's probably, he lives in some backwater town.
Don't
You know, with a bunch of lizards. He's probably got one phone for everyone there. And the Russian, maybe we could do him telepathically or something like that.
I'm gonna go with the lizard boy.
You go with the lizard boy?
I just would like to have him around here, just sort of hang out with him, have him be my like sidekick running boy. Just put him in my truck, take him around with me, go to bars and stuff, hang out.
He'd be a good wingman, huh?
You sure would, man. You had that little kid with you, them lizards and everything, man.
Where's that little Indian kid? Come over here.
You go to the
Girls,
bank.
come over here. Check this out.
You go to the bank and be like, you know, big old line. You'd be like, I think it's my turn. You'd be like, everybody turn around. You'd be like, I give you the lizard boy, and you'd just be standing there, lizards all over. Everybody just, you'd get to go right there. You didn't have to wait in the line. You'd do anything you want. You'd be like VIP. Unlock the velvet ropes for you with that boy. It'd be funner than hell.
You know what else would work at the bank? Kid with a bullet.
Chicks would
definitely work out too.
Chicks would dig him, the lizard boy. Be like, this is my little friend Naparthia.
Navratan, his name is.
Why don't you hang out with Navratan for a minute, honey? I'm going to go get 2 more drinks up at the bar. Y'all just get comfortable.
All right, so we want to hear from you. Who you guys think should be our infected Campaign for Life 07? Joey, did you just blow ass? Something happened over there. So let us know. Write to us, probemartin@gmail.com. You know, speaking of a man with superhuman powers and a real zest for life, why don't you say we now check in with our entertainment reporter, Johnny O'Banion, with his view from the canyon. Johnny.
Johnny, take it away, buddy.
And welcome to View from the Canyon with Johnny O'Banion. Hello, this is Johnny O'Banion coming to you live from the tippity top of lovely Laurel Canyon, Los Angeles, California, with all the entertainment news you need to know. First off, news flies. Yes, it's great to be alive, especially when you're a multi-millionaire Hollywood hot tonic, waited on by completely dickless eunuchs in spotless jumpsuits, wearing plastic gloves and gleaming white sneakers. Yes, monkeys on chains, endless sunshine. Is that a drawer full of cash, guns, and bills, and 2 plane tickets to Fun Town? Hell yes! You see, here in the Glitter Bowl, life is always fantastic. At least when you're a celebrity. How can it not be? But if you aren't a celebrity, how can you make life work for you so that you too can experience the glittering, shiny wonder palace that is life as the superstar lives it? Well, it's easy. Just sit on back, pour yourself a drink, and put something groovy on the photograph and let Johnny take you for a ride. First off, being a success in life takes sacrifice. Sounds hard, doesn't it? I know. You're probably thinking to yourself, holy hell, sacrifice? What's that, Johnny? Does it involve math or taking advantage of public transportation? Fuck no, it's easy. Celebrities do it all the time. Let me break it down. You kill things and offer their souls and sometimes their sexual organs to the great creator spirit, who I believe lives under the desert floor out by this old weapons facility. Anyway, I usually sacrifice spiders, bugs, ants, roaches, anything like that, but sometimes you really need to make an impression on the gods. Take Matt Damon. That chiclet-toothed Beantown Brainiac likes to kick it up a notch, so when the Damonator hits the canyon, we usually kill a goat, maybe a zebra, or a water buffalo, or a giraffe. Hey, you can buy them at night over in Koreatown, or order them online for the Ugandanese. Yes, all you need is a machete and a smock, and you'll have the best luck in the world. Or, if you prefer, hey, just chop them up naked, get some strobe lights, drop some DMT, invite over the neighbors, make it a party. Regular animal sacrifice with the proper ceremony and prayer rituals can really get the gods' attention, believe me. Second, this one's so simple, But if you really want to get the most out of life, you need to have a positive attitude. All too often, if you're like me, that means you're going to want to stay busy. Don't get lost in your brain. Do something with your time. Set goals and achieve them. Like, for example, once me and the Valero brothers built a sensory deprivation tank out of plywood and hefty bags. This was back around 1981. Stayed in there for, I think it was 14 weeks, and when we got out, we thought we were half-dolphin cavemen. Hey, our eyes didn't work right, and after a few jugs of Rio Nitty, we hijacked a bus and made the driver take us to a whorehouse in Silver Lake. Killed everybody there. Then we went to an orphanage and adopted a bunch of kids. Ended up leaving them in a diner somewhere. I don't recall the details. It was somewhere near a bridge. Hey, whoa, look out. Don't judge me, baby. Just roll with it. Don't get bogged down in the right and wrong, because I don't care if you're the Captain and Tennille or the Lord God Harry Hamlin himself. If you want to live forever until the wild horses gallop across the surface of the moon and the sky rains fireballs and the San Fernando Valley is overrun by jet black devil unicorns with horns of alabaster and eyes of pitiless evil, then you want to occupy your time with projects. Believe me, idle hands are the devil's playthings. And when it comes to making life work for you, the third rule, you gotta eat right. Hollywood heartbreaker Jessica Biel likes roasted walnut smoothies with honey and 1 egg yolk with half a cup of wheat germ, maybe some tiger blood. What about that guy from Australia who made that time travel movie? Hugh Jackman, that's his name. He dresses up like a wolf sometimes. But what does he eat? Liver and onions, baby. And sometimes, you know what? He doesn't eat anything at all because he's not human. He's made of clay and straw and his heart is cold as the earth at midnight under the winter moon. Holy fuck, who's that in my house? Oh, I'm Hugh Jackman, mate, and I don't like you saying those things about me. I don't dress up as a wolf. Get out, please don't get out! And that was View from the Canyon with Johnny O'Bania. Thanks for listening.
Johnny O'Banion, man. If there's anyone who knows how to live, it's Johnny motherfucking O'Banion, huh? He's an inspiration to all of us.
I did live strong, man. Johnny O'Banion.
He sure does. God.
I wish I had his
I
life.
wish I could get a tack on how that guy does what he does.
I don't know.
God. Anyway, we got to take another break here. Joey got one of his danglers on the lens of our new camera here, so we're going to oil that out. In the meantime, please listen to this word from our sponsor.
Live.
The Infected Campaign for Life is brought to you by Johnson & Johnson Reach Dento Tape. It's better than dental floss. And now a Johnson & Johnson Reach Dento Tape moment.
Just hold him still, boy!
But he's squirming.
Hold him, boy! Give me the fry pan!
Here.
There. That should keep him asleep for a while. Now, hand me the Johnson & Johnson Reach Dento Tape.
Why?
So I can sew this man up. Just because we've harvested his kidney doesn't give us the right to just leave him to bleed to death. You see, boy, this man might just be some drifter we found out by the airport and lured into our van with the promise of a meal at Long John Silver's. But he is still a creature of God. A creature of God who has just given us the lucrative gift of his kidney. And when we leave him in a culvert ditch, we should leave him sewn up good as new with Johnson & Johnson Reach Dento Tape, the best dento tape money can buy.
Dental floss?
No, boy. Dento Tape. It's better than floss. Now hurry, boy. Give me the frying pan again. Good boy.
Johnson & Johnson Reach Dento Tape. It's better than floss.
Infected.
Hey, and welcome back to the Infected Campaign for Life 07. You feeling it? I am so freaking feeling it, man. I don't know if it's the wine talking or I am just feeling so alive. I think this campaign is working, man. Yeah. I think we're really making a difference in 07.
I can feel it too, Martin. I feel good about this.
I don't feel shit. I don't feel it at all.
I don't really either, but
it's not going.
I'm trying to hear me.
Well, you know, the pictures are moving. Come on, people, bear with us here. This is our first run at this, all right?
I don't want you to have another meltdown or nothing. I just try to keep,
that was
you
bad
happy.
Last time. That was bad. I can't be doing that with full motion video, having meltdowns like that. People are really seeing what was going on during our old Christmas. Oh man, that was bad.
I can't go shirtless either anymore.
That's kind of a tragedy.
Kind of bums me out a little bit.
Doesn't bum me out, that's for sure. Hey, let's see if we can keep it going with tonight's first and only check of the high-tech tech news ticker. All right, guys, this is a really, really, really big story, and it has huge implications for life in 07, particularly extraterrestrial life.
Yeah.
Perhaps you've read about this one. a bunch of pilots and other employees of United Airlines at O'Hare International Airport in Chicago. You know this story?
Mm-hmm.
Well, back in November, but it's just really being reported now, these guys swear that they saw a UFO hovering over their airspace. It was like a flying saucer. It was literally just hovering there for a long time
just like
before...
Just like in Phoenix back in
just like the Phoenix Lights.
Exactly.
Just like that. You saw the Phoenix Lights?
I sure did, yeah.
What was that like, man?
It was fucking wild, man. I didn't, it was a UFO. I got him on tape, too. Well, my friend did, Tom. But he's in jail, too. What happened over here at O'Hare?
Well, this is flying saucer, and all of a sudden it just streaks out, goes right through a cloud bank. And these guys, all these witnesses, the pilots and all the other employees, they're pissed because they claim that nobody at United or in the federal government will take any of them seriously. They say that these guys are crazy, all right? The FAA swears it was just a weird weather abnormality. I say that's a bunch of nonsense, man. This was a fucking UFO above Chicago Airport, O'Hare. What else could it be? All these people saw it, man.
Well, a lot of them pilots, though, for real, though, you got to admit they're not quite right in the head, a lot of them.
What are you talking about? I mean, a lot of them do this, but I'm drinking right now. I'm not seeing any UFOs.
Yeah, but, you got to be a little bit off to be a pilot.
It's no excuse to be seen. I'm talking about like 20 people saw this thing, Gator.
Well, I believe it. But
I don't have an explanation for it myself.
What it looked like,
it looked literally like a flying saucer. It had no lights or anything like that. It's just hovering there, like a disc, and it was like metallic kind of. And then it hovers, and people were watching it, and they at first said the government said that it didn't really happen, and then they went back through the Freedom of Information Act. They found out that this thing actually did happen. It's on the books that there was a record of this.
Damn.
I think maybe. These people thought that they were coming down to talk to our leaders or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But they got Oprah confused with our leaders, and that's why they went to Chicago.
Well, Oprah is our leader, I think. I mean, hell, I'd rather have him talk to her than the fucking George W. over there.
I would too.
If you're an alien, you're an advanced civilization with the intelligent life. Who are you going to go to, Oprah or George Bush?
If I'm a man in black, I'd rather talk to Oprah, the strong black woman.
Yeah.
From the South.
Right, because you ain't going to get nowhere with them jackasses up in Washington. You go straight to Chicago, straight to the source where you can really get some shit done.
Either that or it was like some low-cost carrier, going in. There's a long layover, something like that, long layover there. You got to bring your own anal probe or something like that, choose your own seat. I don't know.
It's like a puddle jumper.
But it's a total mystery, and everyone's trying to cover it up. We're pretty much one of the only programs who's actually confronting this story head on.
Well, we're brave, and that's because we're for life in 07.
That's right, we're for life in 07. Did you guys out there, did any of you see this thing? Perhaps you were in Chicago at the time. What do you think about that?
Sure.
Do you believe in UFOs? Do you believe in UFOs? I'm not talking about UFOs. Do you actually believe in aliens, Gator? Have you ever had a visitation experience?
Well, I've seen a flying saucer before, and I did see, one time I was out in my John boat out on Lake Okeechobee, and I was in I came across one of them floating islands, and there were these little guys on it, and to this day, I can't explain what the hell these guys were. They were a little bitty, kind of hairy men, and they just ran around real quick and spoke real high-pitched in this weird voice, and those bastards could fish like a motherfucker, though. I've never seen anybody catch so many.
You sure they weren't like cranes or some other waterfowl?
No, they were men, little men, little tiny men. They were quick, and they were very, very
tiny people down there.
You know what they were? They were very excitable, because I stood up and they yipping and jumping around and yapping. They could swim real fast too, like otters. But that, I can't explain that. I don't know what they were.
That may be an explanation for you right there. It was otters.
Could be. Could have been.
Over Chicago. I don't know. I guess the jury is still going to be out on this one for a while, but we'd like to hear from you on this topic.
07, life.
07 is all about life, bitches.
Keep it rolling.
You understand me here? This is the Infected Campaign for Life, 07. And I hope that we have inspired you to live your life to its fullest.
If we haven't, there's something wrong with you.
Really
this was a beautiful show we put on for you tonight.
It really has, but I don't know if you're feeling it. I'm feeling more alive than I had in all of 06.
My heart feels light.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight and being a part of our campaign for life. And with that, I'm going to have to close out.
I feel a little sweaty, too. Martin, you can tell us a story? We still do this on the video, like you can still tell the story?
I don't know, man. I kind of want to go.
What are we not going to do, stories?
I kind of want to go to the tattletale room and start living, you know?
Yeah, well...
I'm tired. This isn't...
Why don't you tell us a story first, and we'll take you down to the tattletale room.
Oh, I guess I got a little bit left in my glass here. You guys can all see how much we drink now with the full video. I don't know what the hell you're putting in that cup. But anyway, all right, one little story, a story about life. This is the story of Terry in his quest for life. Once upon a time, there was a man named Terry who didn't have a life. Due to a crippling addiction to sci-fi and fantasy literature, Terry was a mess. He couldn't hold a job, had no friends, and had lost contact with his entire family, except for the elves, pixies, and robots of the fantasy and sci-fi genre, who he considered his friends and family. He did have some figurines and action figures of his favorite characters, who he would arrange on a TV tray when eating his Swanson Hungry Man frozen dinners, and talk to them about life in other realms. After years of living this way, Terry concluded there was something wrong, and he needed to make a change. But he had tried to live in his earlier years, but had been wildly unsuccessful, unable to talk to people or interact on any social level. But he had read about a video game in an issue of his favorite sci-fi magazine called Starlog, a game called Second Life. Apparently, in Second Life, you could forge a whole new existence and have meaningful relationships with other players, and never have to leave your house, or even open your soiled curtains. So Terry saved his disability checks for months on end, eating cheaper frozen dinners and rereading his favorite novels instead of ordering new ones, and bought a cheap computer and a copy of the game Second Life. Terry created an avatar that was very different than what he was in real life, a large black man named Furious, and dove headlong into the game, making friends, starting a business, and even buying a nice plot of land to call his own. But having no real sense of economics in the real world, he started spending all of his disability checks on virtual goods in the Second Life marketplace. So determined was he to forge the virtual life of a handsome, successful, well-regarded member of the community. So when the Repo Men came to Terry's squalid apartment to repossess his computer, books, and fantasy miniatures and action figures, they found Terry sitting there in his own filth in his swivel chair, just staring into his second life. When they tried to grab the keyboard from his claw-like hands, Terry looked up, noticing their presence for the first time, and let out the most blood-curdling shriek before ripping a SIM card from the innards of his cheap computer and jamming it down his throat, suffocating himself and sending him on a journey to a third life, well beyond the other two. The end.
I heard that story before. I read it in People magazine. I know who that was about, really. It was about Bono. That's his life story. I read that in People magazine when I went to down to the courthouse the other day, and I was reading it. And except for at the end, when they came to get Bono's computer, they took it away from him, and then he became a international rock star. You stole that story.
And that really is going to have to do it for this, our Infected campaign for Life 07. Thanks so much, you guys, for watching. Let us know what you think of this new video format. We're working out the kinks here. But for Joey and the Gator, this is Martin Sargetn reminding you...
Life.
Shit, I just spilled all over my rug. Don't get ripped by the riptide. We'll see you at the bar.
That was Infected, and if you've been listening to Infected, well, now you're infected. If you've listened to it before, you are infected, and you still are infected. And if you're ever even thinking about listening to Infected in the future, well, you're probably infected anyway. So I hope you enjoyed it. Just lay back, close your eyes, let the water wash over you, calm and warm, and bathe in your own infectedness.
Infected is written by Martin Sargetn, Jay Speiden, and Stewart Engesser. Joseph Claude Sweet and Sassy Rabier on controls. Kevin MacLeod composed our theme. For more, go to sargeworld.com. Join us on MySpace at myspace.com/infected by Martin Sargetn, and watch our other show, Webdrifter, at revision3.com/webdrifter. Now, go out and live. Live. Hopefully, you'll do a better job than we do. Live.
No, don't do that.
I went for the clap.